This is a Ben Frank Connection presentation.
Good Sunday morning.
Hello. Good morning.
And good God, is it early?
It's super early.
Welcome
We're barely awake,
to-
but we're here.
Yes. Welcome to a breakfast edition of Opinion
brunch.
City. Yes, brunch, breakfast,
Whatever you wanna call it.
all the morning things.
Grab a cup of coffee, grab some bagels,
Yep,
whatever you want
go
to do.
for it.
Have a seat, and
Yep,
we're
eat
in
an
for the
egg.
ride.
Eat an egg, fry some potatoes, do whatever you want. Bacon is encouraged. All
Bacon
right.
is definitely encouraged.
Yes. So it is, again, quite early, and we are glad that you are joining us for this special episode of Opinion City, another
Right.
brand new episode. And
Yes.
we're excited because today
Super excited.
we have two amazing people with us. Sean, who do we
Yes.
have?
We have the Outfielders, if you can't tell by the baseballs in the background.
Spaceballs.
Baseballs.
Baseballs. I said
we have the Outfielders, Weber Hatfield, and Shea McCoy, who is also still waking up because she's in a blanket.
Yes. It is
Sweet
definitely
Maxon.
morning time.
It's early o'clock for most people, and everyone's half awake.
Early
And this
o'clock.
house is cold.
Oh,
You don't have
geez.
heat in your house? Come on.
No, we have heat in the house. It's
Oh.
just chilly. It's January.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It is January.
It is winter. It is winter.
All
That's
right.
fair.
So let's check in
All right.
first. Who has snow and how much do you have?
There you go.
I do. I think it was something like we got 5 to 6 inches,
Okay, fun.
something
Yeah,
like
okay.
that.
I'm
Yeah.
not far. We did okay.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of shoveling to be had. I think
Yeah.
well, so it's like
Crazy amount of shoveling.
I'm gonna say Ralph got the most out of all of us. I just got some
so.
snow and then rain, so it washed it all away.
Yeah.
welcome to the Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, I think
Fuck
I
you.
think we probably got about maybe 8 or 9 inches here,
Oh
but
my God.
yeah. Yeah, and listen, all right.
It's
So
snow.
Dear
This is-
Lord.
listen, this is the situation as it goes. So not only do I have snow, but I have, and now I'm in a rental. I have a gutter
Yeah.
that leaks. That they tried fixing it and it didn't work, so now it's got to be completely replaced. So that's not
Yeah.
going to happen.
Good.
Snow.
Really good.
So that drips down onto the sidewalk. I've got a little roof over the front door that drips down onto the stairs. So I already fell and went to the ER once
Oh
during
dear.
all of this.
Yeah.
So like I'm done. Like I've had it.
He's already ready to move
Uh,
out. He's ready to move
just a-
move out of state.
Just a small bruise outside of my skull. That's all.
All right, so
but I've had 4 concussions, so it's okay. We'll just rack it up with those.
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah,
You know all about concussions, right?
never wrestled one
No,
match.
actually.
No,
Never
you
wrestled-
did. No,
Never
I
wrestled one
think
match, but got
I
4
had like
concussions.
a minor one. Like,
yeah, never wrestled.
I've
a
been
single
pretty
match,
good.
4 concussions. That's not bad. Yeah,
That's not bad at all.
no.
But-
I'm at 1.
You're at
Yeah.
1.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm at none, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna gloat. I'm not gonna
When I
throw it
took
out there.
I took a rogue chair to the head, so to get
Yeah.
out of there without
No
a concussion.
blockage.
I didn't see it coming.
Oh no!
no.
Catherine just decided to chuck a chair. Just all for
Just-
fun.
Oh,
Into the
Nice.
ring, through the ropes.
Through the ropes.
crazy.
All right, so we usually on the show ask people to give us their dust jacket bio, but for you guys, I got a different idea. Say you guys
Uh-oh.
are put on a baseball card. I'm curious what the back of your baseball card would say about you.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's interesting.
What do the backs of baseball cards usually say?
They're like a short bio of what the person
Yeah.
is.
Well,
You know.
a short bio. Just if somebody is hearing yeah, and of course they'd have to be living under a rock for this. But if they are hearing of Weber Hatfield and Shea McCoy for the first time, what do they need to know?
There you go.
Shay, you want to go ahead?
Well, I knew you were gonna do this.
The one,
I knew you were gonna do this.
the one who's
Well,
half
see, then you
awake.
could have
Yeah,
been prepared.
yeah, the one who's half awake. Yeah, Weber, give it to her.
Oh, do they need to know about us? We're a little bit silly, but also
A little bit rock and roll.
a little bit
rock and
yeah,
roll.
right? A little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. That's a good
There's
description.
no country in this body.
I don't think super country, but just a little bit.
Just
The Outfielders. Are we the same baseball card? Or are we two different baseball cards?
I would say
it's up
one
to
for
you.
each of you.
Well, yeah.
One for each of us.
Sure.
One for each of you.
They do
Shea,
team
you have
baseball
one, and then
cards.
Weber, you have one. What would your
Okay.
little bio on the back say about Weber and then about Shea?
Standing at approximately 5'10",
Okay.
50 pounds.
Sure.
Weber Hatfield. From the highlight, the highest of the top of this building. That's where he comes from. Weber Hatfield.
nice.
You know,
Yeah.
that's how big my ego is. But from humble beginnings of Hoboken, New Jersey.
Yeah,
Weber
Jersey.
Hatfield,
What up?
former baseball luchador. He's here
Yes.
for a good time, not for a long time, especially a long time.
Especially.
Very cool. Love it.
And he's very, very, very good for you.
Shea, have you given it some thought now?
No, I just really want to stay here for a long time, not a good time. Although it
Nice.
may not necessarily be true.
I
Oh
just wanna-
my.
I want to dive in real quick because I want to mention it because you are a former Hatfield or like a former member of the Hatfield family. But that family was
boy.
there was a huge lineage in that family. And how did that all play a part with you? You know, under the mask and with your giant, I guess you can say, dysfunctional family back in Chikara.
I think people got the best possible intro to us when like we first showed up on a Chikara show. It's us like in the front row during Dasher versus Touchdown and like the insane ladder match they had that Mania week. And it pans over to us and you can see Weber just looks absolutely horrified, like so
Yo,
scared.
There you go.
Nice.
And then me personally, if I don't laugh about situations, then I'll cry. Or
Oh no.
so you pan up to me and I'm like scream laughing because I don't know how else to handle it. And I think it was Tara Calloway talked to us afterwards and she was like, you both looked scared and terrified, but you look insane.
And nothing has changed ever since.
Nothing
No,
has changed.
not really.
that match was ridiculous. We had the former Dasher on here some
Yeah.
time ago, and we talked to him about that ladder match because I was there for that match, and I told him I'm like I'll put that ladder match up against any ladder match I've seen because that was just ridiculous. The power bomb spot was insane.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
That just
God.
Ridiculous.
blew my mind.
Crazy.
Yeah.
The spot where they took the two ladders and they put them at each end of the ring. They stuck
Right.
them in
That's
the-
what
Yes.
and they're whipping each other. I've never seen that spot
Yeah,
before.
no.
It's
I was gonna say.
Crazy.
But that's a crazy spot, and I love it. And I want to do it in my last match ever.
I was also
Nice.
very scared that like this ladder was not going to stay in the ropes and was just going to come flying out at us.
We were right behind one.
Right,
We were
of them.
right behind
Oh
one of them.
no.
It's like we're doing this.
Wow.
Save yourself.
I can't believe we got 2 seats in the front row for that show.
Yeah, really. It's
Right.
almost
Yeah,
like
'cause
somebody
that was-
planned it or something.
Yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
geez.
Wild.
Like
Who would've-
like you
no.
knew somebody.
Yeah.
Almost like these things are planned in advance. So
Almost
who
like you had a
would've
family
thought?
already at the show.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's incredible.
Oh,
All right.
Almost
so,
like we set up the chairs prior.
right.
When Seth-
So we. Oh well. Hey.
I think
you
I
know,
did.
You set up your own chair. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I think I
Yep.
did.
Awesome. All right. So let's get into wrestling just a little bit here. Just kind of, tell us a little bit about maybe your individual journeys into wrestling and kind of where it started for you.
Weber, you're up.
Yeah, go ahead, Weber.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we have 2 people here, so we'll call on names.
Yeah,
I
we're
also
just calling
kind of cut
names.
you off last time.
because I'm always going to let Shea go first. Okay, so I signed up for the Wrestle Factory back in 2017. It was just kind of like I had fallen back out of wrestling for a long time, and then I got back into it,
Mhm.
and I was just like working out at the time, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I could try this thing. They were
Yeah.
offering like these free classes and stuff like that, so I tried it out, and then they hook lined me in by saying like, oh, you save money by signing up today. I'm like, all right, I'll try.
All right, cool.
And then I sign up for like the 101s and stuff like that. And that's where I met Shea, because they were recovering from an ankle injury. So you were stepping back in.
Okay.
So I met Shea immediately, and they taught me how to do wrist locks, which was great.
Nice.
So I wouldn't say like we connected immediately at that point. Like it took a little while, but as we like started to train together a little bit more and work together behind the scenes. But like that was just like I really enjoyed my 101, 201 experience, and I decided to sign up. And then a year later, they're like, "Here's a face. You're 17 years old. You're a child. I'm not a child." And I'm like, "Okay." And then I'm in the background for doing ring crew for like 8 months before I debuted.
Right.
All right, Shea, you're up.
Tag, you're it.
I do love that you had to preface by being like, "I am not a child," just so we're all
So you
aware.
know, I'm not 17.
Disclaimer:
I'm
not
all
actually
adults.
a child.
Everyone in this is an adult.
I started when I was 16 because I wanted to train to wrestle like right out of high school, because that
Right.
was when like I really first fell in love with it, and I was like, I think this is what I want to do with my life.
Right.
But the short version of that story is my parents were like, no, get a degree and then
No.
you can and then you
You're
can
not
worry about pro
allowed.
wrestling training. Yeah, pretty much. And then you can worry about pro wrestling training. So that's exactly what I did. And I started working in one industry, and that kind of a lot of stuff happened there where that kind of fell through. But by then I was like 23 and was like, well, I'm not getting any younger, so
Right.
I think I'm gonna finally give wrestling a try. And I started
Right.
in like 2016. I think it was like August of 2016. And then I was training for a very long time because I wasn't a full-time student at the very start of things. I was still working pretty heavily. And I did have 2 ankle injuries while I was training.
Oh.
I broke each ankle almost like exactly a year apart.
Each angle? Jeez.
Each ankle. Yeah.
Now tell me you didn't do it the same way each time.
I did actually.
Okay.
But I
Tell us
did.
that story. Now you gotta tell us that story now. How did
Dude, try to do a resorte, which is like a kip up. It,
With a flip.
like, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, right.
Those really
right.
cool flips. The second time I did it was funnier though, because I was trying to practice. I really wanted to finally nail it, especially after, injuring myself once. And this was after Chuck Taylor used to teach class at the Wrestle Factory, but it was after one of his classes, so he was kind of like quote unquote supervising.
Right.
I didn't want to sound like I was blaming him or anything, because
Right.
this was fully on me trying it. But I like screamed because I was excited because I almost did it, and it scared everybody because they thought I injured myself again, and they were like, "Okay, don't scream again." And I'm like, "Cool, I won't do it." And then I proceeded to try it, and then I broke my ankle again, and so I screamed because it hurt. And like after everything calmed down, I guess once Chuck felt it was appropriate to make a joke, he just goes, "You said you weren't going to scream like that again."
Oh my!
That's great.
You're right, I did, didn't I?
You're right. You're right.
That's too funny.
That's on me. That's my bad.
So is that how you guys became a tag team? Was this because you guys were training together the whole time, or?
So that was like, so we got put together through the storyline with the
Yeah.
Dasher
Right.
stuff. But to prepare for Shea's debut, we did a lot of like tag matches together.
Okay.
So this was like outside the story. So we just like got Shea doing some matches. And I was probably about 8-9 months into my debut. So we traveled a whole bunch early 2019, I think.
Yeah.
Or 2018, I
Right.
forget. And we got like the chemistry was like right there. So we
Right.
started doing it. We weren't allowed to like tag in Shakara because of the storyline.
Right.
But whenever we got
Right,
opportunity,
we had to hate each other.
we had to hate each other. But then there was like that brief moment where we liked each other again during the summer.
Yeah.
It's still my favorite promo ever of like where we get back together. And Shea, you were doing you were speaking gritty or something like that. We had subtitles.
Oh my god, yeah, I do remember that one.
That was the stupidest idea for a promo I ever had, and I loved it. And then we got to do King of Trios, but yeah, it was just kind of like spiraled from there, and we worked together as much as we could outside of Chikara. And then when Chikara, we just like, all right, let's do this full time. So yeah.
Very good. Very good.
So I actually, Weber, I actually remember you from before the mask days, which is funny because like there's so many people I know that like I remember them, you know, just like hanging out by the side of the ring and you know, like we'd talk before shows and that's cool. I do have one question, Shea, and I don't know if I'm misremembering this or not, but I might be, but I'm gonna throw this out there. Did you ever do ring announcing for Excellence Pro?
I did. For like a year. Yeah. For like a full year.
Okay.
But I wore a wig.
Yeah. So here's the question, because I remember we were coming into the Wrestle Factory one day and you were checking names at the door. And I was like, that's the girl that was ring announcing at Excellence Pro last time we were there. Like, wait a minute. And then we had what was your ring announcer name? Because we had a big argument about that.
Oh, you have that? Why do
you have the photo
ready to go?
You have the photo at the ready.
It's at the very beginning of my like photo timeline. It's
nice.
Wow. Wow.
I also have that photo, but I would not be able to pull it up that fast.
That's crazy.
Is that everybody with that?
Yeah. For those who don't know, Excellence Pro was not far down the road from Chikara, so many of Saturdays were spent.
Oh, it's me and Big Calix. That's a good one.
Chikara and then Excellence Pro back to back.
Yeah.
For those who are going to be listening to this, we're sorry that you can't see things.
Yeah, don't worry. On the podcast
you
won't see it, but that's just even more reason to go over to YouTube and check it out.
Exactly.
But what was your ring announcer name?
That's a good question because I think it got changed multiple times. Like we couldn't stick to one thing. And then I remember for my last show, Mike Chikara really wanted me to use Molly McCoy for my ring announcer name, even though like I didn't. Here's the thing with like Chikara, like the gimmicks were very like is set in stone. You know what I mean? Where it was very much like you're gonna show up like with the same outfit every time, and like to establish a look so people recognize you, right? I didn't look anything like Molly McCoy when I was ring announcing, which is where I got so confused, right? Because but a lot of the time I wore wigs and stuff, which that was just my own personal preference because I didn't feel like doing my hair.
Nice.
But yeah, I remember him being like, I want you to go by Molly McCoy like for this like last month or so of you ring announcing, and I was like, okay, but
Sure.
So these were the days when I was going to shows with Will, and we were always front row. And I won't say which one of us, but there was some confusion. One of us thought you said Stevie, and one of us thought you said TV, and I won't say who was which. And there was mass confusion over that for some time.
Nice.
Stevie was the name for a little while, yeah, because I was got it from Stevie Nicks, but like the last name kept flopping around because Excellence was also like cat themed for whatever
was
reason.
Very weird.
It was very interesting.
They're really into cats.
Like their general manager was like this weird cat, and it was just.
I think they just
very
like
strange place.
They just like the show Cats, so they just wanted to go off of that.
Perhaps.
And I remember the building where they ran. The lights in the parking lot never worked quite right. So by the time we got there after a Chikara show, we were parking in the dark, and we were honestly worried about bears getting back to our car.
Oh, geez.
It was because it's really back in the woods.
Oh,
like it's hidden.
Do you remember when there was a match in the parking lot?
I do.
And everybody like circled their cars, so we used the headlights for lighting.
Because that was the worst parking lot because shows were always at night, of course, and no lighting.
Yeah,
crazy.
All right, so we have two different topics that we don't want to discuss now. And if you want Ralph, you can tag in Weber. I'll tag in Shea. That way, it'll be an easy cross section of questions.
I got you. Yeah,
So,
I got you. All right.
So Shea, I know you're I heard you're a big horror fan.
I am correct.
So my first question to you is, do you remember your very first horror film?
Ooh, I think it was either The Sixth Sense or Signs. It was an M. Night
Ooh.
Shyamalan movie.
Okay.
That I remember. Because my family is not super into horror, but they really enjoyed Signs and The Sixth Sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
I thought they were gonna say Bruce
Definitely.
Willis because he's in I think both of those films. I think.
I don't know if he's in
No,
Signs.
Mel,
Signs, but he's
Gibson,
definitely
Mel
in-
Gibson's in Signs.
And
Oh yeah,
Joaquin Phoenix.
right. Mel Gibson's in Signs. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing Signs with my brother who was like 7, and this poor thing like hates horror movies. So the whole time, like
you
think
scarred
he
him
had, like-
for life, didn't you?
Yeah,
You scarred him
really.
for life.
he had like tissues like that he was like putting over his face.
So wait, you went to go see Signs when you were 9 years old?
No, I would have been like 10, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same number.
Yeah. I don't remember like any horror movies earlier back than that though. Unless you count like I watched a lot of like Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps
Oh, yeah,
when I
those
was a
were good.
kid.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
All
my
right.
thing. Love
We're
that.
gonna go back and forth. So Ralph, tag you're in.
All right. So Weber,
Oh,
I understand that you're a big comic book fan.
correct.
All right. So who is your favorite comic book hero and why?
The Flash.
Ooh,
Uh,
okay.
Wally
Cool.
West specifically, my favorite Flash.
Okay.
I loved the comic. I loved him in the cartoons, which was like kind of like my first like the Superman Flash cartoon, the Superman animated cartoon where the Flash was the guest character.
Yeah.
I loved Flash immediately. I remember him from Super Friends.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
Super Friends.
I just connected. I loved Speed. I loved his costume. I loved all his powers and stuff like that. So, and then Wally was the Flash. When I started reading the comic,
Right.
it was Jeff Johns' first run on the Flash, or only run. Yes, first run on the Flash was when I started reading the Flash back in like the early 2000s or something like that, and I was just obsessed. So,
follow up to the Flash.
Mhm.
Were you a fan of the TV show?
okay, so I tried to give it. So the TV show came out. It came out when I didn't have cable. So like I really didn't have easy time watching it. So I just kind of not really got into it, and I've tried to like get back into it, watching it on Netflix. I'm like, it's okay, it's Barry, so I'm like, like it's okay. Like, someday I'll probably get into it, but I was never crazy about it.
I tried
Right.
I tried to watch it because it crossed over with Green Arrow, which I thought Green Arrow was really well done. So I kind of tried to watch it, but yeah, I kind of fell in the same boat that you did. Like it's okay, but and second follow-up question, the DCU is obviously kind of a mess. But
Yeah.
do you and my big problem with it, and I want to get your take on it.
The movies.
Yeah, we're talking about the movies.
Yeah. The movies.
But I don't like the fact that they have different actors play characters on the TV show and the movies. I think that really
Right.
confuses things. So
Yeah, it's
I
confusing.
mean, yeah, I don't
Definitely.
I don't like that, and I'm assuming do you feel the same way about that? I mean,
100%. I think if
Yeah.
the characters in a TV show, it's like they're like Marvel. Like it's like characters are consistent. Like just but it's like, like it's all like a studio thing, and it's like
Sure.
bull crap. And then they try to cover their butts by being like, "Oh, it's an alternate universe." and all
Yeah.
that.
Of course.
Nobody's gonna understand this. Nobody cares. Just
Yeah.
everybody play nice and try to make something good.
Right.
Mhm.
All right. Shea, I'm gonna hit you with a question here.
Oh boy.
Everyone does Mount Rushmores of wrestlers, right? But I'm curious, do you have a Mount Rushmore of horror movie villains?
Ooh. Okay.
That's a good one.
I think right away, Freddy and Jason both come to mind. And then I'd probably go Michael. And then, I feel like I need someone from more of like a psychological horror instead of just going all slashers, like to at least like mix it up a little bit. Because I'm not even a big slasher person. I think I'm more so into I'm more so into like the really weird psychological stuff and like some of like the more artsy movies from the 70s, like Suspiria and Possession and stuff like that. But for number 4, maybe like Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lambs. I put for my number 4.
Right,
yeah, I feel like that evens it out a nice little bit there.
My follow-up to that is, do you have a favorite? If you had to choose one, who is your favorite horror movie villain?
Candyman of all time.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
good one. That's a good one.
So very much. And you know why? Because those movies after the first one, absolute trash. Not good
absolutely.
at all.
Absolutely.
The second and third, they're... I don't want to say it too much because there is a mirror in this room. But but the only saving grace of those movies is Tony Todd and just how good he is.
So good. He is
incredible.
Terrifying. He is
so
terrifying.
Good. In Urban Legend, in Final Destination. Oh my God. Obsessed with him. Love him.
So I would have probably gone the same Mount Rushmore, except for my fourth one. I would have put the Leprechaun on because I am such I'm a huge fan of the Leprechaun movies. If you want to talk, if you want to talk trash, Back to the Hood is probably
Back to the
worst.
Hood.
Like, Leprechaun in the Hood was such a good movie, and then Back to the Hood was such garbage.
They had to go back. They had to do it. Nobody wanted it, but they had to do it.
Yeah, go for it.
One.
The Kandarian Demon from Evil Dead.
That's a good one.
That's my
good one.
That's awesome.
Did you watch the new Evil Dead movie?
I loved it. Yeah, I did. I enjoyed it very much.
So I'm going to throw that same question to you then. If you had to pick a Mount Rushmore of comic book heroes, Weber, what would be your Mount Rushmore? No, villains, heroes. She did villains, you're doing heroes.
Yeah.
All right, Mount Rushmore of good guys. Oh, that's a loaded question, my God.
There's so many. Because
I got to think about Marvel now, too.
Right.
Well, Flash is number 1. I might just do all Flash.
All Flash.
All the Flash.
No.
All Flash.
Fine. Let me change the rules. You can only have one Flash.
Okay. Wally West Flash.
Right.
I'm a big Impulse Bart Allen guy, too. Dick Grayson, Nightwing.
Yes. Okay, good.
I've always been more of a Robin guy, so Dick Grayson and his current comic book is so freaking good.
Okay.
Spider-Man, Peter Parker.
Nice.
Obviously, and then I got to narrow this down. Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern.
Okay.
Clearly, when I read comics when I grew up.
Right.
And then for a fifth one, I want to be cool and throw out like an obscure one. I'm going to say The Question.
Ooh, wow. Throw in a dark horse there.
Who is the Question? Who?
You don't know The Question?
I don't know The Question. I like DC.
He's the guy who wears like he wears a suit. He wears that kind of like detective hat, and he has no face.
No face.
Yes, because he's a question. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's a giant question mark.
I'm following.
I might literally have a comic here right
now. Oh, wow.
So for those watching, you'll be able to see it. For those not watching, we're sorry.
So like he's Rorschach, but less evil?
There it is.
He is not Rorschach. Rorschach sucks.
I like Rorschach.
Not anymore.
I was just thinking of rereading Watchmen.
Jeez.
All right, so then back to you, Shea. What about horror movies was what drew you into their lore, if you will?
Lore. I honestly, I think probably being told no and that you're not, and that you're not allowed to watch this, or that like it's always. Even still to this day, if people are like telling me about new movies and I hear things like, oh my God, I couldn't get through it, or like this was so gross or awful. Like, I can't believe they would put this in a movie. And I'd be like, well, now I have to watch it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is that
And
how
I
you were
think,
with those? What was the movie that just came out? Terrifier and Terrifier 2?
Yes,
Those ones
that
are-
is actually, that's exactly how people sold me on Terrifier.
Oh, dude, there is so much violence in that movie, so much gore.
It's so
Oh,
over the top,
man. It's
but also like, I forget the actor's name, whoever they have playing Art. Wonderful, hilarious, and awful at the same time. But so good.
It's amazing.
I was shown one scene, and it was on Twitter. I was like, nope, not going to see that movie. That's a no. That's a no.
Was it the one with the person that is cut vertically down the
No, it was I don't know if it was
because it's usually that one.
I don't know if it's from 1 or 2, but it's like the woman I think is in like her bedroom or something in the mirror, and he just scalps her.
Yep.
And I'm like, ugh. Ugh. I was like, no, I don't want to see that. Get that image out of my brain. Nightmares for days.
My favorite clip from any of those movies is when he's in like the random little knickknack store and has the sunglasses, like the flower sunglasses. That image just pops up in my head on a regular basis. And then people have to be like, what are you laughing over? I'm like, it's going to take a lot of explaining. Clown and
It's going to take a while.
Yeah,
Clown and Daisy sunglasses.
Yeah, just let it go. Just leave it at that. So Weber, you mentioned that you the most recent Robin that you're really into. What other comic stuff have you been getting into recently?
Recently, okay.
Yeah.
So I just read Dual Power Mom, which is a wrestling based independent comic book. That was really good. I'm reading the current Nightwing, Flash. Of course, I've never stopped reading Flash.
Right.
Even when it was really, really bad. That's the thing about being a comic book fan, man. And then having subscriptions, it's like, well, I don't want to drop this.
Yeah, I don't want to drop it, but
I don't want to read it either.
Well, that's how I was with wrestling. I've never stopped watching wrestling. All of my friends at some point or another dropped off, right? I was like, listen, shows can have bad seasons, right? Wrestling's the same way. I would just power through the bad seasons to get to the good seasons. That's all.
We've
So
all
I
had
never
that moment
stopped.
with wrestling. Let's see this thing through.
Yeah, even though it's bad, now you have to see it through at least. Like, there's going to be some train wrecks, but now you have to see where the train wreck's going to go. Like, that's I feel like that's more fun to watch than the actual good wrestling. It's okay, this is bad, but let's see how the wheels fall off.
It goes all the way around and comes back and becomes good again.
How high can they jump this shark?
Yeah, right.
I've been recently reading, and it's a little harder for me because I don't have. I mean, I have like a 40-minute drive to any kind of comic book store, so like, I have nothing around me, so it's a little harder to get a hold of stuff sometimes. And I've recently been reading. I'm huge into the Masters of the Universe, so I've been reading a lot of the prequel stuff they've been doing for the Netflix shows, and the comics have been like really good. You know, I'm as divisive as people are about the new He-Man series. I'm a big fan of it. I thought it was very well done. But the comic books are maybe even better than the show. Now the newest season that's coming out on the 25th just looks insane in ways you can't describe for a He-Man universe. But they're doing a sequel to a prequel to that series where they're going to tell like the entire kind of backstory between Skeletor and Hordak. And I saw that and I almost fell over. I was so excited. Like I didn't know what to say, but those comics have been really good. I haven't really been getting into much else recently. I'm a huge X-Men fan. I've always been like, that's always been
great.
my
You're going to like our top 5.
Yeah, surprise.
Tremendous.
Yeah, so
I'm excited.
Not to spoil anything, but this is our first mystery top 5 of the podcast.
Yeah,
we don't know what it is beforehand.
We have no
idea what it
Have
is.
been forgotten to message you their top 5.
No, not what is it? No. It was totally planned out. This is totally just a mystery top 5.
And I can
mystery.
guarantee you even including this episode, we have never forgotten to ask. So that's for 100% sure.
100% planned mystery tag team.
Yes.
So
I'm a huge X-Men fan. Yeah.
So Shea, growing up, was there like one horror movie scene that like will be forever and sketched in your mind?
Oh my God. Yeah, actually. It's from a movie called Phantasm, which
Okay.
Oh yes.
which Phantasm is like a sleeper hit. Like it's so good. It's good enough that in the new Star Wars there is a character based on I think she's based on the Lavender Lady from Phantasm.
Okay.
But and sorry, it's a little bit of a spoiler because it's how the movie ends. But sorry.
What the heck, man?
Put your fingers in your ears.
Earmuffs.
Or I could just say
Earmuffs.
that. Or you know what? I could just say that, and then you have to go watch the movie, and now
Yeah.
you'll just be
Now you have
in
to watch
like
the movie.
anticipation. Yeah, now you'll just be in anticipation of like, oh God, how bad is this ending? But the ending of that movie gave me nightmares, and I don't get nightmares from movies all that often, but it freaked me out. It really stressed me out.
Spoilers. Spoilers.
We should have that. We should have that ready all the time.
All the time. Spoilers.
Big old spoiler up there
Before
for a
we
movie
move
that came
on-
out in like 1981.
Before we
Yeah.
move on, one of our people watching asks a question for you guys.
Oh,
They
here we
said,
go.
can you
Oh, boy.
ask them if they wrestled in the UK?
Oh, nice.
No, but very
yet.
much want to.
Someday.
Would absolutely love to.
So
Have-
if you are a promotion out there that is currently running in the UK and
Book
you need an
the
amazing
Outfielders.
tag team,
Book these two.
all the information, all the social media links are on the bottom there. Reach out to the Outfielders, get them in the UK because people want to see them.
Passport
Yes,
is
yes.
ready to go.
Oh, passports are ready. That's very
Yeah.
important to know.
Expires in 2027, so you've got plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
You've
So-
got 3 years to get them. Don't sleep on it.
Weber, did you have something queued up there over there? I saw you going through your books. Did
Oh,
you have
you were-
something queued up and ready to go?
I was just like, what do I have over here? Because I recently redid my shelf. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
I thought
I
you
need
were.
to pull from it because I have.
I thought you were like queuing up. I have this book and I have this book.
No,
He has a much cooler backdrop than I do. You're just getting my bed here, but I do have
Oh, wait,
I
here it
I do have this this wonderful man that I was gifted.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
My
Love
gritty
it.
squishable.
I love it.
Hi,
That's
Gritty. Yeah,
So cool.
That's
There you go.
amazing.
I have that for show
Recently-
and tell.
Some of my relatives. I'm in like this group chat where they're like, there's a bunch of old people in this chat, and they're just like, I hate Brady. He's annoying. He's mean to children, and I'm like,
Yeah,
"Those
he's
children-
awesome.
Those children. So,
Did you see when he interrupted the proposal?
No.
And he-
What? What?
Gritty just, I'm pretty sure the whole thing was staged because dude was
Yeah.
very cool with everything. But like guy goes to propose to his girlfriend. It's on the Jumbotron and everything. And Gritty like
Yeah.
shoved this man out of the way and proposed to the girl instead.
That's awesome.
And then like bridal
I
carried her
love
out.
that.
It was awesome.
So
That's
here's the thing: if you're that guy, even like even if it isn't planned, if you're that guy and Gritty pushes you out of the way, what are you gonna do? Punch Gritty? Like
Right.
that's
His
gonna
girl
be
now.
on that. That's
You're
gonna be
gonna
on
be the guy who
every
punches
television
Gritty?
show. Like every news media outlet is
No,
gonna
no,
cover
no.
that. Gritty
What you
got
do
punched.
is you do the scene from Ace Ventura where he just beats the holy hell out of the guy at the very end.
Yes.
Just
Oh.
haymakers. Just
Yeah.
Sorry, man. That's Gritty's girl now.
That's Gritty's girl. You're done.
You're done. You're out,
That's
pal.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Hey,
So Weber, do you
anybody
have
could do it? It'd be Gritty.
do you have a favorite comic book movie adaptation?
favorite movie adaptation?
Yes.
Ooh. Can it be a show?
Yeah, sure. Show,
Sure, why
movie,
not? Yeah.
anything,
What do you-
anything that they went from comic book to like the live screen.
Yeah.
The
So
Daredevil show is my
Oh, that
all-time
was so good,
comic
so
book
good.
series. It got me into reading Daredevil.
Yeah,
But it's still my number one. Like
It's-
the
it's-
Netflix
yeah.
shows are my favorite Marvel
It's-
production.
It's gritty. It's mean. It makes the
Yeah.
2003 movie look like the silliest freaking movie.
I didn't even
ever.
Oh, right, that exists too.
I love the 2003 movie. That's a very
boy.
nostalgic movie for me. That
Oh.
movie helped me discover Evanescence
Yes,
There you
yes.
go. All right.
because they did the soundtrack.
So bonus points to that
Bonus
movie.
points for Evanescence. Okay, okay.
So the,
But,
the,
Did
the-
Netflix Daredevil have Evanescence? I don't think so.
Oh, thanks.
that Daredevil show spawned so many things from it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the John Bernthal as the Punisher was amazing.
So good.
Which led to his great series. Have you seen Echo?
I've watched the first episode so far.
I didn't watch any
Echo-
of it, so I have no idea.
Echo
Spoilers.
I'm gonna watch
Echo
all
is Echo is amazing. No spoilers here.
No spoilers.
But Echo is amazing. I finished the whole thing, and the thing about the Echo series, and I think this is the genius of what they do, because people are always going on about like there's too many Marvel TV shows,
right.
they're doing too much. But the genius of these shows is that it gives them the ability to tell these amazing stories that they'd never be able to do in the movies.
Right.
Like they can
Yeah.
dive so much deeper in. And I will say, by the time Echo was over, I'm like, and it's so weird because I'm like Team Kingpin now. I'm like Team Wilson.
You're Team Kingpin.
It's so weird. Like, I don't even know how to describe it.
Well,
It's just weird.
I'm Team
D'Onofrio is
Villain.
So charismatic and so good as King.
Oh, he's such a good actor.
It is unreal.
Such a good actor.
My favorite casting in every single production Marvel has done has been him as Kingpin. It's
Yeah.
so good. And
Well,
I'm like, not to the point where it's like, oh, I'm rooting for the villain. Like, I want more of him, and I want to get his ass kicked. But he's just
Right.
so good. I just like talk more. Go ahead.
Right, right.
His reactions in Daredevil when he spoilers. If you haven't seen that old Netflix show, spoilers, but his reactions when his girlfriend finds out like what he's done, and like just his reactions over losing her, like so good, just
So good.
incredible. Yeah, very good. So you were a fan of all the did you like all the Netflix shows? Like did you like Iron Fist, I guess is my big
That's what you're No, I couldn't get through the first season.
No, it wasn't very
I
good.
like his characterization more in Defenders, and I know
Right.
season 2 was supposed to be a lot better. I never got to it,
Mhm.
but all the other shows, yes, love them.
If you could make it through to the end of Iron Fist, the ending is crazy. I'm not no spoilers,
Yeah,
not giving
the
it
ending
away,
is
but
wild.
the ending is wild if you can get to it, and it'll be interesting to see now that they've actually kind of added them into the timeline as far as the Disney stuff goes. It'll be interesting to see where all that goes. Again, no spoilers, but
Yeah.
it's if you can make it through, it's worth getting to the end just to see what happens.
Right.
But the
Or
Defenders was a great
or just
series.
watch the last episode and then cheat.
Well, yeah,
just
cheat.
watch
Figure it out from there.
You might not know what's going on.
Go
but yeah,
backwards.
just, you know.
Go watch the end and then go backwards and see how it
Can I
starts.
skip season 1 and just watch season 2?
I've been very
Right,
tempted
right.
to do that with shows I've never seen before. So
What? Just start
Yeah.
backwards and go up?
Yeah, and see if I can figure it out.
It's like that movie Memento.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Every
Make your
TV
own.
show's Memento if you just watch it backwards.
Watch it backwards.
So, are you excited for Daredevil Beyond,
Yes,
the new
absolutely.
series? Yeah,
Oh, there's a new series coming out. Okay, cool.
yeah.
Sick.
they're-
And they basically they haven't recast anyone. They're bringing back Foggy. They're bringing back
Karen Page.
You can do it.
Yeah. I don't know her name.
I just watched an episode yesterday. Yeah, Karen. So they're bringing them
Good.
both back. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
my only concern and my only nervousness about it is that because the Netflix show was super gritty and then they went to Disney, that it won't be as nearly as gritty and as hard hitting as the original series was.
I don't know when Disney took over Marvel, they said that they were definitely going to have because again this relates directly to Deadpool, but they said they were going to have R-rated stuff.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm
and they
hoping
already
that
have it on the service, so it's like it's already
Yeah.
there. They haven't
Yeah.
edited it,
Yeah.
So it's just like just make more,
yeah,
They
yeah,
already have
yeah,
it.
exactly. Just make more. Back on the horror side of things, Shea.
Hi.
Do you watch any of the horror? No, that's one question, but I'll say that one. This one's more important. Did you watch both movies of It, like the '90s version and the current version?
I have, yes.
Which one do you prefer?
Ooh. I don't know which one I prefer. But I think I do prefer the 90s one, but the unfortunate reason why is because I think I have a really hard time watching like any kind of like 80s stuff involving kids without it being like Stranger Things washed in some way.
Right.
And having like Finn Wolfhard is great in the new It as Richie, but the whole time I'm just thinking like, why is Mike cursing so much?
Right. See, I think for me, not that I don't love Tim Curry, because I love Tim Curry.
I do love Tim Curry.
But Skarsgård
good.
Was terrifying to me. Like, Tim Curry's It for me was more funny, while Skarsgård's was just, he was scary. And
right.
And I was watching like the behind the scenes of like that, of how they made that. Even though he was scary to the kids, if they cried and they cut, he'd be like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." But like, because they wouldn't plan the shoots. They would just have him be in character and then just film it. So that way, the reactions were genuine. But afterwards, they'd be crying and be like, "Are you okay? Are you fine? I'm so sorry."
There's a clip of them filming, like they're about to film the very last scene in chapter 1, and he's going up high-fiving all the kids, going, "You guys ready to beat the shit out of me?"
It was so cool. Yeah, it was such a cool. Like, even though he had to be scary, and they genuine had genuine reactions. Afterwards, he was like, "Listen, guys, I'm so sorry." Big hugs all around.
What a sweet man. I love Bill Skarsgård and his creepy little smile. I hate when he does the smile.
The smile is creepy as hell.
They've had him do it on like the like late night talk shows whenever he gets
He can do it on command. On command, and it's terrifying.
I hate it.
Did they ever bring in the giant turtle?
No.
There
still was no giant turtle.
I will say, spoilers, the only turtle reference they did in it, the new one, the first one, was when they had Billy drop the turtle Lego set.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only reference to the turtle, and then that was it. Jeez.
That's my favorite part of the whole lore. Is
right?
The whole lore was that
His
turtle,
rival,
man.
Stephen King's giant turtle. Like, I don't think it's showing up in the Dark Tower either. Like, when are we ever getting the giant turtle, guys?
The turtle needs to happen.
So many Stephen King movies and TV shows. Where the fuck's the turtle?
Exactly. See, now we titled, since we had, the cutest podcast ever last week.
Right.
We titled this one the even
cuter podcast.
That's right.
But I really feel, and this is history making right here, because this is the first time I'm doing this, but I feel like we should entitle this episode "Where the fuck is the green turtle?"
Where the fuck? There
the
you
giant
go.
turtle.
If Stephen King will not put the turtle in any of his movies, we're putting the turtle in every podcast.
That's
you will all know about the turtle.
Right.
The turtle is
The turtle must be known.
Turtle must be known.
What?
So
do any of you know the turtle's name?
Oh.
No. Is it one of those like Cthulhu things where like you can't pronounce its name?
It has a name, and I think yes, and I think yes, it is hard to say. It is Stephen King. But yeah, it does have a name.
It is super coked out Stephen King. So
yeah, I mean
boy.
that whole book was super coked out Stephen King.
Yes.
When did he
try and read that book and be like, none of this makes sense.
When did he write it?
Yes, forever ago.
Yeah.
It had to have been the 80s. I'm gonna do a quick Google search right now while you guys talk.
I think early 80s, because I think he wrote it and then The Stand. So that was when he just like was not sleeping, just cranking them out.
Hang on.
So speaking
1986.
of 1986.
Okay.
So speaking of it, are either of you guys actually creeped out by clowns?
Not especially. No.
Just it.
Just Bill Skarsgård doing the face.
Well, okay, sure.
I don't like the weird fetishization of clowns recently.
That I don't like.
Right.
That's weird.
That's kind of creepy because it's like a child's thing. But
what
I'm
were
a
your
pretty
guys'
open-minded
thoughts?
person, but no.
What were you guys' thoughts on the whole clown craze that happened a few years back, where everyone was just kind of like being creepy and walking around as clowns?
Clowns showing up in random places in front of people's houses.
I'm sad I never got to experience that in real life.
Right?
Like, come on, I want to be a victim of this specific crime.
But are you really upset that you didn't get to see that? Because like, what would you do? Like, you just
how
walk
would
out
you
your
react?
front door and there's a clown across the street.
I think I would just keep going about my day. Like,
Whatever.
I'd go back
Yeah,
to bed.
yeah.
Lock the doors and go back to bed.
Right.
guys, we were in Chikara. We've seen weirder
Oh,
than
here we
just
Right.
a
go.
clown.
That is true.
Showing
That is
up at
true.
Yeah.
Which
Another
invasion
day.
angle is this?
So, you guys,
I-
speaking of
well-
Chikara, real quick before Ralph says says something, because Ralph has said it multiple times in the show. Do you guys believe that the Eye of Tyr is still out there?
Oh, here we go. Yes.
Oh, I hope so.
Because
I kinda
this
hope
is my
so.
big
and I
thing.
hope Ultramantis has it.
This is my big thing. You've seen, we got to the season finale. You have the season finale. Everything goes down as it does. We get to the post-credit scene. It's Thunder Frog. He's got the Eye of Tyr. He raises the hammer. He's ready to smash it, and the screen goes black.
Yep.
So it's like the end of The Sopranos. We never see
Pretty
what
much.
happens.
You're
Yeah.
right.
They did
You
it.
never know.
They did it before
They
The
did it
Sopranos.
Sopranos, yeah.
Ralph
Yeah.
has a theory that it's still out there. Ralph,
Was it
Ralph,
even strong enough? Who knows?
Yeah,
Ralph's theory
we
is that
don't
it's still
know.
out there somewhere.
It's still out
The
there.
hammer's not broken. So,
Yeah.
No,
Right.
No, the hammers. Yeah, listen, and we had Sydney Bacabella on a
Yep.
few weeks ago, and when I brought
Chaos.
this up, he is much
Boo.
as much as he probably could. Well, boo him, but he may have let on that he may have some knowledge that the Eye of Tyr is still out there. That's all I'm gonna say.
What do you know, Bacabella?
He knows something.
He knows something.
I did
If you
not.
send him money for his birthday,
Yes.
He'll
where
tell
the
you.
Eye of Tyr
There
is.
you go.
Send him enough money and he'll tell you.
I heard that he's has a 900 line now. So if you call the 900 line
There you go.
for $349 a minute, he'll tell you where the Eye of Tyr is.
All right, guys, hold off on the podcast real quick. I'm gonna
He's
do a
gonna
quick
call the
dial
100
this.
number.
Yeah. Get the
All right,
exclusive scoop.
So before we get to your mystery top five,
Hold on.
Oh!
I
He has
just
it.
got
Oh.
a comic book delivery.
He has it.
Delivery.
Masters of the Universe, Forge of
There it
Destiny.
is.
Three
There
new,
it is.
three new issues to
So
read.
if
So I
they
just got
made
it
like a
delivered.
live action Master of the Universe, would you be into that idea?
Yes. If
Okay.
but I think not that it obviously has to be good, but like I think they have to choose the right story for it to be good, because I think there's so many different He-Man villains and arcs you can do. I feel like you would have to do Skeletor first.
Mm-hmm.
Did it
then-
begin as a comic or as a show first?
I thought it was a comic first, wasn't it, Ralph? Or was
But
it a show
He-Man?
first? Yeah.
No. It was so He-Man started out as a toy line, and they used the TV show to promote the toy line. But
Right.
the original toy line came with mini comics, and each
Okay.
character would come with a little mini comic that would tell you the origin story of that character. However, the origin stories in the comics, and they have them all collected in a big volume that you can buy.
Right.
But the origin stories in the comics are vastly different than the TV show, the original 80s cartoon. So you have He-Man, who is basically like this, kind of giant barbarian, almost like a Conan the Barbarian type character. So it's
Right.
the cartoon goes completely different than those actual mini comics do. So actually, I mean, if you want to look at it that way, it did come out in comic book form before it hit the airwaves as a TV show. But those comics are, I mean, they're neat to see, but it's completely different stories.
Are they
Right.
canon?
No, they are not.
No.
As far as the Masters of the Universe sort of universe goes, they are not considered canon. Although within the last year or two, I believe it's been, they did a multiversal story with Masters of the Universe where Skeletor was collecting other Skeletors and going around and killing the He-Mans in every
Right.
universe. So a ton of
Right.
He-Mans had to come together to stop him. So I feel like it probably could be like canon in a multiversal sense.
Right. So
But it's off the rails. It really is from what you know as the original 80s cartoon.
all right. So let me pose a question to both you and Weber, Ralph. If they were to make a He-Man live action movie, who would you
Yes.
pick to lead as He-Man?
Who would I pick?
Arnold.
Arnold. That's not a bad pick. That's not
Get
a bad
Arnold
pick.
out of retirement.
That's not a bad pick.
I don't know. That's oh boy, that's a tough one. I mean, you need somebody. You need somebody that's.
You need someone that has the really good blonde hair. I don't think Arnold could pull that off.
Well, there's.
I don't know if
look how
if the wig would pull it off. I mean, obviously him as Conan was different, but like.
See, I honestly think because have you seen the commercial where they and I forget what it's for, but they de-age Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah,
I feel like he needs another shot at this.
Right.
Like I feel like he got the bone job in the first movie because it was just. I mean, it just terrible in ways that I can't describe. Like it just the only cool thing about the original Masters of the Universe movie was Skeletor at the end when he super powers up and he's like the golden version of Skeletor.
Right.
Like that stuff that Skeletor was really good. Beyond that, could probably throw out most of. Although that is technically, I guess, considered canon because in the next season of the Netflix show in the trailer, they actually show Gweldor from the movie, the little guy with the key.
Yeah.
So he's in that trailer. So I guess that's considered canon. But I don't know who could play He-Man. Again, it would have to be like a Chris Evans situation from Captain America, where when they did like the very puny version of Chris Evans before he gets the super soldier serum, because you got to have somebody that can play Adam and He-Man. So it'd have to be a situation like that. But yeah, even like that'd be great, like a Chris Evans or I don't know. Chris Hemsworth. I don't know. There's so many different, like it's such a hard role to cast.
Yeah.
I know that they
role to cast.
I'm pretty sure they cast somebody that I've never even really heard of. So I don't know.
Oh, are they actually making a He-Man movie?
It's back on. Yeah.
Oh,
They were gonna do one before. I think it was gonna be on Netflix before they did all this other stuff because they have two He-Man cartoons on there right now. One that's the Kevin Smith one, and then they have the other one which is more geared towards like children today instead of gearing it towards like the people that watch the 80s series. But that one's really off the rails too. I had a hard time watching that one because it gets weird. It's got like you can tell it's definitely made to sell toy lines because it's got like everybody getting like weird power-ups and I don't know. I had a hard time watching
like
it.
Said toilets, not toilets.
Toilets.
Yes,
toilets. Yes.
We're selling toilets.
I was like, wait. I know he said toys, but I'm so totally distracted by thinking.
No, he definitely said toys.
Yes. So you want to get the new line of the Masters of the Universe toilets. I will say that if you're buying them, the two that are probably the best selling toilets right now are the Beast Man toilet and the Mouse Man toilet.
Yep.
Those are the two best selling lines.
Makes a lot of sense.
The Stinkor toilet is limited edition, so get yours now while you can.
The Stinkor, that's great. I love that.
This is going to make a great clip.
All right, one last question before we move on, and I feel like this is. I'm going to do it for all of you, but I'm not sure if all of you know. All I'm going to say is Flash Gordon, yay or nay? The movie. Flash Gordon, the movie. Ralph, you would know this. I'm not sure if Weber or Shea would know this, but Flash Gordon, the movie, where Queen did the soundtrack.
Yeah, I was going to say
that is also Dolph Lundgren as well.
I only know it for the Queen song.
You only know it for this Queen song.
Yeah. I don't think I actually ever have seen the movie.
I have totally
and I know it for
the Flash Gordon theme song on car rides before.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's very inspirational.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's warm up music if I've ever heard.
And I know it for it's referenced in science fiction double feature at the beginning of Rocky Horror.
Oh
that's literally all I know. Yeah, Flash Gordon was there.
Good
in
reference.
Underwear.
Good reference.
Wow, love it.
All right,
awesome.
good reference out there.
All right. Well, if you are enjoying this video, please hit that like button. Make sure you
smash
subscribe.
That subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe button. Give it the elbow drop. It will get you it'll get you more videos like this. It will get you all of our other content. So please like and subscribe. Follow us on all the socials at Opinion City Pod, and definitely follow at Ben Frank Connect because that'll get you everything we do, everything our good friend ABJ does.
Yep.
Buy some merch. We got
merch.
Amazing.
We
got everything you can think of.
We just dropped some more hats. We dropped some more logos. Buy whatever merch you need.
You can find.
Ralph showed me Canva, so it's game over.
Oh, it's game over. It is
discovered Canva.
Yeah, I'm his dealer apparently because he's addicted. So you can find all of our links to all of our merch on our Linktree Opinion City Pod. And of course, guys, you've been seeing the links at the bottom. So please make sure you follow our guests. All of their links are at the bottom of the screen.
Yes.
And with that being said, it is time, Sean. Do you know what time it is?
I think it's time for the main event.
It's time for the main event.
All right. Big reveal.
Quick segue.
What is?
Oh, we got a segue. What's up?
Who did you like more doing the main event for Chikara? Was it Loudspeaker or was it Vlad?
Ooh.
So
I'm.
Go ahead. You go, Sean.
I'm Team Vlad.
Okay. So I will say this. Very, very different styles, and I may be a little biased because I did dress up as Vlad for one of the fan conclaves, and I'll kid you not, I was literally across the building from some people, and they came walking over because they thought I was Vlad from behind, and when I turned around, I wasn't. But yeah, Vlad and I got a picture together. It was great, but very different styles. I like the overall feel of Vlad. I think if you're looking at like the whole show, but honestly, for me, Loudspeaker was just so iconically like I think if I think of like it's like when Stone Cold Steve Austin says he prefers Jim Ross calling his matches because it's that iconic voice. I feel like Loudspeaker is so ingrained in the biggest moments of Chikara and things. But I do love Vlad. He's great. He's a great guy. I love everything he does, but for me, I gotta go Loudspeaker just because it's what I hear when I think of Chikara.
I guess it's unfair for me to ask which one did you like better, because like they're both great. And they are. I was like, I feel bad at phrasing the question in that way.
No, but that's okay. I mean,
pick a favorite.
No, I think they both did great jobs. Again, very different styles, but again, very different times in Chikara too.
Yeah.
When you have all the like the 2300 shows and things like that. Just the King of Trios and it's great seeing Loudspeaker back on the scene in the East Coast, having him at LVAC shows and things like that. It's great having him around again. But again, it's like, it's like choosing, what do you like, peanut butter or jelly? Like it's so hard because they're so both great and just different times, different memories, I think. There are definitely times I think of things and it's like you can hear Vlad's voice and his way to tell a story, like when he gives like those main event introductions that he gave with the story behind it. It's again another iconic part of Chikara that sadly we don't get anymore. I
mean, I'm more on the real team of Team Ultraman is Black.
Oh, of course.
I said it.
I have brought this up before. I've brought this up to him in person as well. I would put Ultramantis and Larry Sweeney on commentary against any commentary team in the history of wrestling because those guys had
so good. Yes,
dude, I have that patch as well.
Yes.
Oh, I have that exact patch. I don't even.
It's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Yeah, right. but I'm definitely team Larry Sweeney and Ultramantis 100%. If they came back for commentary for anything, sign me up. I'm in it. I'm there. But all right, so let's get into this because we have two. I don't know if we have two or one, but we have mystery top 5 lists. And I guess now we can do the big reveal. So, please.
It's upside down, but it's cool.
It is upside down. There we go. Much better.
There you go.
Okay, so our top 5. My partner came up with this when we were trying to think of some.
Ooh, exciting.
This is our top 5 X-Men based off sexiness.
Oh, yes. Yes. I love that.
Wow,
Let's go. Let's
Listen,
go.
If there
Whoever
was any
texts it to
question
me,
about
and I go, okay, I guess that's what we're
Let's
doing.
go.
if there was any question, if anybody in this chat was a child, it's gone. It's adults
That's
only in
it.
here now.
But can we do it a little twist to it? Unless this ruins your whole entire list.
Oh no.
What if we
No,
did it
because
from
my
the
list is not concrete.
Okay, so what if we did that, but take it from the X-Men Gala? Those outfits, because whenever they do the Gala event in X-Men, those guys go all out with their outfits, all out.
Oh, that's like that's over the top, Gala. That's like
That's asking a lot.
that's like
you want to talk fashion? The X-Men Gala was always about fashion.
Oof.
Anyway, let's go.
Let's go. What do you got?
Who wants to go first? We'll go 5-1. We can go back and forth, back
Yeah,
and forth.
5-1.
However
Hey,
you want to do it.
Okay.
First.
Okay.
Shea, you go for 5.
5. If we start at 5, then it's extra questionable.
Well, 5 is always the lowest one, so you can go with whatever you know.
I might have put Nightcrawler at number 5
Oh,
All right.
because
all
I
right.
was an X-Men Evolution kid.
Oh,
all right,
okay.
yes.
Okay. Right.
yeah.
Just really
all right.
liked Nightcrawler in that. His fun little personality was
Ooh.
cute. I don't know. But
Yeah. Hey, listen. If personality
it's not all about
wasn't
looks.
No,
if personality
not
wasn't
always.
cute, some of us would be screwed.
Yep. Yep.
It's all about the personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Something about having just 3 fingers.
Yeah. Just having
Yes.
the 3.
Walking, if he could walk on the
That's what it is.
ceiling.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
All right, Weber.
All right. Number 5 for me is Rogue.
Okay.
You said Rogue?
Rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can't
and-
touch anything.
Yeah, I'm not like thinking about it in that context.
Like,
but
she-
Oh, that was the context that I was thinking about it in.
She has to wear gloves. That's part
Yeah,
of the.
she literally has to
That's
wear
the
gloves.
allure.
we're talking about 80s cartoon Rogue.
Oh, it's
Oh,
There,
sweet.
there you go. That's a little right.
and
Right.
accent.
Mhm.
Love it.
I was thinking Anna Paquin Rogue. Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
All right, Shea, number 4.
Storm. But
Storm.
specifically Halle Berry Storm.
I was just
because,
gonna
you know,
say Halle Berry Storm, right?
Come on, it's Halle Berry.
Come on,
Like,
come on.
use your brain.
You can't.
Yeah.
Do you remember as Catwoman how bad that was?
Oh God. Well, see, yeah, no, Catwoman was
Oh.
just not a good movie in general. And then it was coming not terribly long after Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, which
Yeah,
like
which was
in my
great.
brain there are 2 Catwomans, Eartha Kitt and Michelle Pfeiffer, and that's about it. So sorry, Halle Berry. That was just much better Storm.
Wait, who
Yeah.
plays Catwoman in the new movie?
Oh, Anne Hathaway?
No,
Yeah.
the new
No,
movie.
no, no.
Yeah,
the,
well-
oh, the new one. I don't remember her name. I don't remember.
Oh,
But yeah,
Zoe Kravitz.
Mm.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right. Yeah.
she was pretty good.
You did a really good job.
I liked her. Yeah, I liked her.
Listen, I'm team. If I'm going Catwoman, I'm team Anne Hathaway all the way.
There you
I don't
go.
know why, but
All right.
well, I do know why, but
I do know. All right, Weber.
oh,
Number 4.
Jeez, I'm gonna get in trouble.
I'm going Cyclops.
Oh,
all
okay.
iterations of Cyclops because
All the iterations.
he was always my favorite X-Men. And he was like, just like, I want to be like Cyclops. So I'm thinking
Right.
more like that. You know, women want to be with them, men want to be them. So like, Cyclops, he had that really cool motorcycle. So
Right.
He did have a cool motorcycle.
But isn't his one,
Leadership.
but isn't
Seriously.
his one flaw is that he can't take off his glasses or else everyone dies basically.
Well, he's got to close his eyes.
but they're cool sunglasses.
Keep your eyes
That's
closed.
Yeah, just keep your eyes
Very
closed.
fine. They've kept their faces. So
Right.
Listen, I could totally see you cosplaying as Cyclops.
100%.
Very like I
100%.
Yeah, you've got the look for it. Yeah.
somebody said I looked like James Martin when I took my face off. I'm like,
I
Oh,
can see
dude.
that. I can
That's
see that.
incredibly
Yes.
kind.
Yes. I can
That's
see
probably
that.
why I see it.
Let me say that's incredibly kind.
That's the nicest thing. I think that's the nicest compliment. And I didn't mean for that to sound sarcastic or anything. But I think
was
that could be the nicest thing anybody could ever say to a person is you look like James Marsden.
I was always a bigger fan of the X-Men First Class line of movies.
Those were good.
Yeah,
those were really good.
Yeah, I was really a big fan. So yeah, that's probably why I saw it though, because you do have that, James Marsden look to you.
Well, if we take X-Men 3 out and then anything past Days of Future Past, like we're good.
Yeah.
Let me
Days of
ask,
Future's Past the movie.
let me ask you this.
Those two were good. It was
That was
afterwards.
good, yeah.
Have you seen Days of Future Past, the Rogue Cut?
No.
Do you even know what that is? Because Sean didn't know what that was either.
No, me either. I know.
You keep talking. Hold on.
All right. While you're talking. Well, while he's doing that, Shay, what's your number 3?
That was really funny that you said Cyclops because I said Pyro.
Yeah.
I always thought Alex was cooler.
All right.
I like problematic men that set things on fire.
Problematic men. That's
like Alex.
That's good. At least we know what your dating scene is like.
That'll make a great clip too.
Scott was too nice.
Scott was too nice. No, you're right. You're right.
So
you're right.
this is the Rogue Cut.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And so basically what happened was Rogue played in the original cut of the movie. Rogue played a very different role in the movie. And so, but it was cut and they changed a whole bunch of things. So what they did is they put out the original cut with Rogue in her original role, and it makes the movie much different and it makes the movie much better. So I would seek that out if I were you.
There you go.
It might be my favorite of all the X-Men movies. It is really good. It changes things a little bit, but makes it much better.
Seek it out, Weber.
Yeah. All right.
So I would say I think I have seen that. Yes.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
Okay.
As soon as you showed me the cover, I'm like, oh, it's the Rogue Cut. Yes.
Yes.
He's just lying. He didn't really
No,
see it. He's just
no,
fluffing
we don't
it up.
lie. We don't
He's
lie on
fluffing
this
it up.
show.
He's fluffing it up.
We don't lie on this show. We just guarantee things that don't happen.
Exactly.
All right.
Weber, number 3.
Oh, Beast.
Beast.
I love blue. Blue is my favorite color.
Yes.
Grammar,
I agree. I mean,
voice.
look behind me. It's basically a bluish hue. It's same thing.
Yeah.
Blue.
Kelsey Grammer's sexy voice, so it's.
All right. Hold on.
is sexy.
I need to throw this up quick. Where did it go? I need to throw this up quick before I say anything. All right.
Spoilers.
So did you see anybody who's listening? Now it's time to stop. Did you see the Marvels?
Not yet.
Oh, all right.
yet.
Well, that's that.
All right. Moving on.
That's it. Moving on. Let's go.
Moving on.
Shay, number 2. Getting high.
I had also not seen the Marvels, so good. Glad that we are all.
do it.
Good, glad that we
I'll
went past
get to it. I'll get to it.
No. Post credit scene. Go do it.
It's
important.
What
I'm telling you.
What am I up to? Number 2.
Number 2.
You're up to number 2.
Mystique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which version though? All of the
Which
versions?
Mystique?
Every version?
I'm very partial to Jennifer Lawrence, but because
Okay.
it's Jennifer Lawrence.
I mean,
but,
yes.
like,
It's Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Enough said.
but also,
Weber?
like, can you really be partial? Because Mystique can transform into anything. So
That's also very true.
We are
Yes,
aligned. Mystique was my number 2.
Oh, hey!
Blue.
I almost made her number 1.
Everybody loves
And blue.
I think-
Blue.
I think this is our first guest top 5 where they actually were in sync.
It might be. Yeah.
I think it's our first
The
guest in sync top
We're
5.
like brothers, only closer.
the comic book white dress version is so iconic.
Oh,
Oh yeah, of
Like
course
that
it is.
look is just
100%.
so iconic. Yeah.
I wish more people would cosplay that version. I feel like
Oh,
I
yeah.
see like bodysuit Mystique
Mhm.
a lot and
Yeah.
not white dress Mystique enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Same with Emma Frost. I see corset Emma Frost a lot, and that's like the only Emma Frost I
The
see. But
only
she has so
version,
many
yeah.
cool outfits.
Have you ever seen
Right.
a diamond studded version?
Who?
Seen what?
Have you ever seen a diamond studded version of?
No,
No.
I would love
No.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd be really hard to do.
That'd
It would be
a lot of
hard to
work.
do.
I
Oh yeah,
feel
that'd be a lot of effort. Well,
That's
I
a
feel like
lot of
people-
rhinestones.
Yeah. I feel like people don't want to put in the effort for that
No.
character. It's
You gotta do Mystique. You might as well. Come on.
yeah.
Be so
Oh
cool.
yeah. Yeah.
All
I
right.
only need
awesome.
it for the photos on Instagram, and then we could take all the rhinestones.
Right,
It's
right.
fine.
Just do the one photo and then cut it all off.
Just
Yep.
see me on the floor at the convention center, and then I'm gone.
Yep.
Then you're out. That's it.
Exactly.
Come in, one photo, peace out. We're
Done.
out.
Yes.
All
Perfect.
right, we're at the very end, guys and gals. We got number
Number
one.
one.
Number one.
Ooh, here we go.
Who's gonna do number one first?
Me? Okay.
Ah,
I feel like you might be able to guess what it is, but I don't know. In case
Ralph?
you can't.
have a
I know.
guess?
I don't know.
I don't
No.
either. I
don't know. What do you?
If you
Oh,
say
yeah.
Wolverine, our friendship is over.
I was not going to say Wolverine. I thought about
Wow,
putting
shots
Wolverine
fired.
in
Oh,
this
come on.
Shots fired, man.
strictly to piss you off.
Boy.
But no, Gambit.
Gambit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I see that. Yep.
Like, I think every woman in my generation that watched X-Men will agree to Gambit.
Gambit, 100%.
Wow, that coincidentally, that is my favorite X-Man.
There you go.
Gambit.
Boom.
Yeah, I love
Just
him.
so cool.
He
Right.
is
He's so cool.
He's really cool. He's
Really cool.
His outfit is always on point. Always on point.
Yeah. You know,
He
who
never
I
doesn't,
tried to
who doesn't love a dude in a trench coat?
I know.
I tried to throw cards. I failed miserably. It's a lot harder than it looks.
Oh, it's so hard. It's not
It
easy
is.
at all. That takes time and practice.
Yes.
You gotta do him like this.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
make
see,
it rain.
you-
just make
you-
it rain.
You take the
Just chuck the
card.
deck at somebody.
You
Just
take
throw
the
whole
card
deck
and you
at
turn it
somebody.
Yeah.
slightly, and you flick them with your finger. That's
Oh
how
yeah,
you get
yeah.
them to go.
You just
That's
give it a
the
little
trick.
flick.
That's
Just
the
give it a
trick. Yep.
little-
All
All right,
right.
Weber. Save the best
My
for
number
last, I guess.
one,
Number one.
Is Storm. Definitely Halle Berry.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
One of the prettiest people of all time. And shooting lightning
yeah.
All right.
and being able to fly is pretty sexy to me. So
yeah. Wow.
That's a pretty good list, man.
uh,
All right.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm very
that's
excited.
amazing.
That was,
that was
was
a
very
good
cool.
surprise. All right. For
It's
everyone
Good
now,
idea.
chaos.
chaos. All right, for everyone here in the chat now, in the on the podcast, all three of you, favorite X-Men movie, live action. If you had to pick one,
I really
You're
liked Days of
you're asking
Futures
the chat or us?
Past.
all of you, all three of you,
Oh.
Yeah.
all three of you.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
Shea. Days of Futures Past, I think is just. I think it's an achievement.
Phenomenal
It-
movie. Phenomenal.
Really
Very
good.
good.
I think I'll say Days of Future Past, spliced with X-Men 2, just because I feel like they're kind of just two totally different things. And to
Oh,
me,
yeah.
it's a direct continuation. So
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, very
There's
very cool
just
stuff.
something about seeing Magneto turn full evil, and he's just wrecking how. Oh, dude, man.
Yeah, I love Magneto. He's
Just
so like
Magneto.
the character the character of Magneto is easily my favorite comic book
Was
villain
that-
ever. I'm just
Was it First Class or Days of Future Past where he mind tricks the Accord through the head? Was that one or two?
I believe that was one.
Because
Yeah,
that
I think that's
scene
First
for
Class.
me
Yeah,
is
'cause
so
that's-
powerful and so like you feel not only the guy but you feel Xavier because he's in his brain, so he feels it. It's just such a powerful scene. Such a powerful scene in that movie.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, before we let you guys go, we're gonna take a moment and talk about some upcoming events.
Yes.
All right.
So lame. We're so lame.
Yeah, we're again. Yeah.
No, I love a good segue.
After every we say it to all our guests,
That's
but
terrible.
there are times where we're not even gonna have a show. We'll pop in just to watch a video, dance, and walk out.
Yeah, it's terribly lame, but at least we admit it. All right.
It's
So
fun.
guys,
There you go.
Were you
it's,
doing
it's
the
Hermit Crab, your guys'
Yes.
favorite wrestler in the world.
There you
too.
go.
Yes, I
You're
was just
doing the
gonna
Hermit
ask if you
Crab
were
walk
doing
away.
that.
You're
Yeah.
doing the Hermit Crab walk away.
No, his theme song is so amazing.
It's so good.
Oh, so good.
Him
All right.
and Cajun Crawdad.
Oh my-
That's just
so good.
regularly
Yes.
in my head.
How often did Cajun Crawdad come out to his theme song? instead?
Not often enough.
Yeah, not often at all.
No.
Not nearly often enough.
And I was there at that King of Trios where Cajun Crawdad almost died right in front of me when PCO threw him out of the
jeez.
ring. It was literally right in front of me.
Can I tell the backstory behind that real
Please,
quick?
please,
It's quick.
please do.
Thank
Dude, Crawdad was okay. Crawdad in his younger years, this isn't that long ago, but like he has matured and he is smarter now. He was trying to impress a girl
Oh no!
who was not a wrestling fan.
Oh,
Like
no.
she barely knew anything about wrestling. So like this poor girl was like traumatized, like scared, like, and I think she left not that long after it. So
Oh, no.
it's
Wow.
really,
Didn't work.
it didn't work.
Oh.
Didn't work at all.
Didn't work at all. No,
Agent
And then you tried to
Crawdad, I feel
repeat
your
the
pain.
offense the following year when you tried to powerbomb him out of the ring at the next King of Trios.
I really
Oh, yeah?
wanted to do it. I really wanted to. I tried.
Wow.
That's
It's
amazing.
a good callback.
So do you guys have any?
That was my favorite moment of the show is when you said, I'm going to get powerbomb.
I'm gonna powerbomb him. I'm gonna do it.
Even calling it Crawdad was like, you can't pick me up, and I was like, you're right, but
You're right. But I'll try.
but I'll try.
Yeah, I'll try.
I'm
That's
gonna
the
try.
important part. Yep.
All right. So tell us if you guys got anything upcoming events, where you're gonna be next. What's the plan? Do you have any plans for Mania Week?
We do.
Ooh.
Oh, I know some of them, but go ahead. Tell our listeners.
So our next big match coming up is going to be at Wrestlers Lab in February 18th. We are defending the Wrestlers Lab collaboration tag team titles against the Creeps.
The Creeps.
We're very, very, very excited about that because we've wanted to wrestle the Creeps for quite some time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Everything are awesome. So we're going to get a chance to wrestle them, beat them up in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey,
At the
Oh,
Mecca.
I might be able to wait. So that's when?
February 18th.
Sunday.
I will make it a point to be there.
Yeah.
I am not far from there at all. I'm not far from there at all.
So
Ooh.
It's
I'm like
shaping up to
maybe
be
an
a
hour
really
away.
good card overall too.
I'm like maybe an hour away.
Not bad.
and then Mania Week, we're both on the Labor of Love
Later.
Yes.
on the 3rd. That's going to be a 2-day event. It's
Yep.
Labor of Love and Sean Henderson presents. But that's going to be at a brewery, and super excited about that.
Yeah, we will be there. We will be there.
We're gonna be there.
We're gonna
Yeah.
be there. We're gonna be there.
Yeah, we're
doing a little
working
pre-show,
out all the
little
details
post-show.
right now. Yeah,
We're gonna do a little.
which, yeah, that's awesome.
which
And
if
Weber,
you guys are there,
Weber, you got
pre-show,
a pretty
post-show.
big match that night.
I do. I have a
on
title
Wednesday.
match.
You do have a title match.
Yes,
Title
against-
match.
Against my
Very
trainer Burger. So cheeseburger.
Trainer.
Burger.
Burger.
I'm very excited. I'm very scared. It's
I'm
gonna
very
be-
scared.
So not just because we're going to be there, but these Labor of Love shows on Wednesday and Thursday are shaping up to
They're gonna
honestly
be huge.
two of the biggest shows Mania Week. It is insane. I went through the list last night of everybody that's been announced so far, and they're still announcing people, and it is insane.
Dude,
These
I
shows are gonna
just
be
saw
amazing.
Speedball and Paul London is on
Yep.
one of them.
Yes,
Yeah,
Speedball and
crazy.
Paul London.
That's gonna be a
Prepare for-
crazy
prepare
match.
for
That-
garbage
that-
day.
if that isn't up for match of the week for Mania Week, I don't know what would be.
They
That-
they literally just announced yesterday. Luke DeSangro, Twitch from Monster
Twitch from Monster
Factory, is
Factory.
now on the show. I believe he's on Wednesday night. It's
Yep.
insane.
It's
The amount of
gonna
talent
be-
that's going to be there. And Weber's getting the
Wild.
title shot.
Yep, and another title shot.
I'm gonna be champion of
Very
Philadelphia.
exciting.
Very
Yeah.
exciting
Philadelphia,
to
there you
have Mania Week in Philly where there is just like a massive pool of talent already on
Oh,
top
yeah.
of everybody that's going to be coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many people are going to be there. It's going to be nuts. I know they announced for House of Glory Mustafa Ali, who looks, by the way, amazing right now.
Right?
Yeah.
He's facing the returning Amazing Red, which is nuts. That's going to be insane. Like, yeah, Amazing Red
Yeah,
versus
I
Ali
thought
is
they
going to
were-
be nuts.
I thought that
It's the
was
first
a
I've heard about this.
fake out. I was like, what? Was that happening? Is that real?
Oh, that's happening, and it's
Yeah,
going to be
right.
crazy.
Not even thinking about WrestleMania. You can go and be in the area that week and just see so many great shows. Like there's so much going on that week.
There's a lot.
You know,
happening.
the collective has got 2 days worth of shows. I saw there's going to be 2 different Tokyo Joshi Pro shows in the area. Like there's so much great stuff.
There's the DDT show.
Progress is going to be there. Like there's so much great stuff going on that week. It's an independent wrestling fan's dream.
If you can't make it to Mania, make it to one of these shows because you're gonna have a great time regardless. Regardless.
So now that we've got your upcoming events, we're just going to run through some things we've got coming up, which is interesting. Sean, you will not be with us next week.
I will be absent. I will be on the Jericho cruise. I will be on.
He's going to be on the Jericho cruise. So
he will be at sea.
Yeah. So he'll be at sea. So next week,
number 3,
I have a very special guest host. We have Sir William Avery Esquire.
Mr. Avery
will be joining me as my special co-host next week. We'll be chopping it up about everything from Royal Rumble reactions to Mania Week to everything going on. So while you're waiting to check that out, guys, you can check out episode 32, which is our actual interview with Billy Avery. You can check out our brand new Wrestling with Life episode that dropped this week with Eric Hodson, a pro wrestling and anime artist. This guy does amazing, absolutely wrestling art. And then you can also go back and check out last week's show with Abby Jane and Pancakes, the newly engaged Abby Jane and Pancakes. Some great content out there for you to check out while you're waiting for Billy Avery to come and guest host next week.
I will be
off
the grid.
Off the grid. Yes, you will be at sea.
There's something about being off the grid that just feels so good to have like no phone power, the phone's away. I don't know what's going on in the outside world other than the cruise ship. I love it.
All right. Well,
I'm exciting to see what you come back to.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot will happen in just a day.
Just chaos. Watch. I'm gonna come back and Ralph's like, so you're off the show.
No,
at least the new permanent host.
No, he's gonna come back, and I'm gonna be like, well, we made some changes while you were gone. Welcome to the Spatula City podcast.
That's right.
We talk kitchen gadgets exclusively. So, get prepared.
Get prepared.
Get your favorite cheese grater out and let us know what you think. All right. So we want to thank you for joining us today. We want to thank our very special guests, Weber Hatfield, Shea McCoy, the Outfielders, getting up early on a Sunday morning to chop it up with us. Very exciting. We were super glad to have you and your special graphics here.
I didn't know it did that.
That's awesome.
How did I do that?
I don't know, but that was really cool.
Wow.
Can I do it again?
That was really cool. No.
That was a once in a lifetime moment.
One time.
That's it.
All right. So cool. What a great way to end the show. So again, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you get all our videos. Listen to our podcast, watch all our videos. We got great interviews. And again, thanks to Shea and Weber for joining us. And Sean, that's going to wrap us up for the week.
You guys stick around for a minute. We'll do a debrief after the show. But thank you guys for liking, subscribing. Like I said before, smash that button, get a hammer, and just go for it.
Just smash that subscribe
button. Smash it as hard as you can.
Listen, tell all your friends.
Tell your friends, families. Tell a complete stranger off the street. Go to a bar. But hey, you wrestling fan? No, watch it anyway.
Yep. Go to a comic book store and tell them, Weber, and that he's got a cool interview. All right, guys. We will see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
This is Ultimo Ann here. You're listening to Opinion City Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Happy trails to you till we meet again. Thanks for watching this presentation. Like, share, and subscribe for more.